Okay guys, so a new series here on my channel. It's gonna be all about Hoyas. So I'll talk about different Hoyas that I have in my collection, and I'll focus on how to take care of specific Hoyas in one video. So yeah, I'm gonna start out with the Hoya lacunosa. So stay tuned, and if you guys want to know more on how to take care of a Hoya lacunosa, maybe you just bought one and you don't know how to take care of it, then just keep on watching. So this will be all about Hoya lacunosa. Guys, and so this right here is my Hoya lacunosa. So I have it in a terracotta pot, as you guys can see. I have it in a terracotta pot, and I will say it's more like a small Hoya at the moment. It's not, it hasn't grown as much. You can see some of the tendrils are a little bit long already, and the leaves are very nice and small. But this is pretty much my Hoya lacunosa, and I have it in a terracotta pot. So now let's go ahead and talk a little bit more in depth about this particular Hoya. We got a little bit more information about this Hoya. As you can see, the leaves on this plant compared to other Hoyas like the Carnosa or the like these Crimson Princess, the leaves on this Hoya in particular are a lot more thinner. They're not as thick or semi-succulent like. These leaves are much more like regular thin leaves, paper thin, and this means that this Hoya does not like a lot of sun. So if you have this Hoya, I would recommend you guys to put it in a shaded area, maybe under a tree where it doesn't get a lot of sun, or maybe in your living room, or maybe in your porch where there's not much sun hitting it. This Hoya also, since it's not as, the leaves are not as thick as your usual Hoyas, this Hoya for me, I think it needs more, or in my experience, I had to water this plant a little bit more than the rest. I noticed that if I don't water this plant as much, the tendrils right here, as you guys can see, these tendrils tend to turn yellow and fall off. So you need to keep this plant mostly watered, because if you don't, it will dry out and completely die. The reason why I have it in a terracotta pot is the same reason that this plant likes to be watered often, but it doesn't not like to be soaked. So if you were to have this Hoya in a glass ceramic pot, this plant will probably wither and die. So my advice for you guys is to keep this plant in a terracotta pot where you guys can water it often without being scared of overwatering it, or maybe having the roots sit in the water for a long period of time. And that goes for any Hoya. Hoyas don't like to be sitting in water. And for blooming, for me, this plant has bloomed like 3 times already. When I purchased it, it had a peduncle. Peduncles are the little, I guess, the little buds that Hoyas produce, and they open up into this amazing plant or flower. So this Hoya in particular has grown 3 peduncles, and they've all died. Right now it actually has 1 peduncle, and it's had it for about 2 weeks now, and I can see the progress. It produces a lot of peduncles for me. I have over 25 Hoyas in my collection, and this Hoya lacunosa is the one that has produced the most peduncles out of any of them. So this produces a lot of peduncles, and as you can see, this is 1 peduncle. Now if your Hoya comes out with a peduncle, the best thing to do is to keep it watered. Like I said before, you need to water your lacunosa often, but make sure that you don't water it too much, that the roots will be wet often. Okay, so maybe water it once every 3 days and keep it in a terracotta pot. That would be my best advice. A little bit more about Hoya lacunosas and the different variations that come with it. So this Hoya comes in different variations. It comes in a variegated variation, a full-on green, and then the one that I have has speckles in the leaves, as you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see right there. It has some speckles, kind of like the public calyx, but not really. Also, the length of the Hoya lacunosa varies. Some of them are little like mine. Some of them tend to be a little bit more wider or longer. Some of them tend to be a little bit thicker or chunkier, but it all depends. There's lots of different Hoya variations for the lacunosa, but the most basic one is the one that I have, and it's probably the one that you have too if you're watching the video. For fertilization and how often to fertilize this plant, I like to fertilize this plant maybe like once every month, and I just use the Miracle Grow Miracle fertilizer. You fertilize the Hoyas with the soil. Very serious. So for me, I like to fertilize my Hoyas once a month, and that goes for pretty much any type of Hoya, including this one, even though it's different than the rest. This Hoya, pretty much all the Hoyas that I have, I fertilize them with 2 types of fertilizer, and I'll show them to you right now. I use the Alaska Fish fertilizer, and I also use the Miracle-Gro fertilizer. They both are very cheap and economic. You can find them anywhere. My favorite one is the fish fertilizer because this one I can actually dilute with a little bit of water, and I put it in a mist and I spray all my Hoyas. And misting your Hoyas encourages growth and peduncle growth and a lot of new trails to form. A lot of people think that watering your Hoyas and fertilizing your Hoyas at the same time, it's what's needed, but no. Hoyas are kind of like orchids. They get their nutrients and their fertilizers through misting, not through the roots. So that's my advice. Water and fertilize your Hoyas from the leaves, not from the roots. Okay guys, so this is my first video on the Hoya plane. Okay guys, so this is my first video on Hoyas. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you guys have any questions or any concerns, make sure to just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.